and welcome back. This is Dane Bowerly, and this is a program called Getting Results Through Others, and this is a manager and supervisory training course. This is part 4. There are programs that precede this, and I'll make sure the links are in the notes and also available for you here. And today we're going to be talking about clarifying goals and expectations. Back in our introduction to this process, we explained that today most managers get their MBA, and we say manager by accident. Maybe being in the right place at the right time, maybe the son or daughter of the owner, maybe you're the longest tenured employee, then all of a sudden, one day you went from staff member to manager. And that's not necessarily a problem. In fact, that can be one of the best opportunities for an organization to improve performance. However, if we don't train and don't develop the skills required to be a great manager, then it is a big problem. So what we're going to talk about here is what are some of the skills that are required to be a successful manager, and by that, we talked about that in session number 1, is to be able to get results through others, through the people you're managing. And we have 9 skills that we're going to be talking about here. Our first lesson that we did was on helping team members be productive. We did the lesson on communicating and connecting effectively, activity and results. And now today we're going to talk about clarifying goals and expectations. Some more videos that are coming, motivating people to produce, which we think is a very powerful skill, training techniques that work because we need that to help our employees succeed, decision making and problem solving and helping reduce the wasted time that happens with that, creating synergistic teamwork to produce more than one or an individual effort, and customer service and customer experience. We'll make sure and talk about that. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into clarifying goals. This is a very important statistic. So I'm going to stop for a second and let you read it. And this says over 4 in 5, or 82% of employed Americans have not established their career goals with their supervisor in the last 6 months. Are you kidding me? Now, this doesn't surprise me because I come from a corporate background, but this is one of the most powerful tools for an organization to use. And I'm going to talk about why. What are some of the benefits that if you were to take your organizational goals and work with the individual employees in helping you achieve those goals, how powerful it can be? Well, so the first thing is it helps to set and clarify expectations for the employees. Many statistics report that employees don't necessarily even know what it is they're supposed to be doing, and so this would eliminate that problem. Number 2, it helps determine the motivation. Each one of your employees that work for you is motivated by something different, and it's your job as a manager or supervisor to find out what motivates them, and this process will help you with that. Third, it increases employee engagement because when an employee knows what they're doing and can see they're making progress, they become engaged and give more, give you a maximum effort. And that's what you're looking for as their supervisor. It improves feedback and communication. I'll explain how that works as we go through here. Now, this last one is one of the most important, maybe the most important. Achieving a predetermined goal. Many Americans have never set and achieved a goal before. Statistics say that the average person sets the same New Year's resolution 9 times and never achieves the goal. So again, most Americans have never set and achieved a goal before. So if you want buy-in from your team and you want people to believe in you, help them set and achieve goals. It's a very powerful process. So I'd like to talk to you about a 6-step process. In this video, I'm going to work through this very rapidly. However, if you'd like a more detailed look at how to set an achievement 6-step achievement plan, I'll include a link with a detailed workshop to help you look through that. And that will help you set and achieve your goals. But I'll give you enough information here to get you started. 6-step process number 1 is predetermine a goal. You have to talk about it before it happens, not after. So predetermine. Number 2, discover the personal motivation. We call that WIFM, W-I-I-F-M. What's in it for me? Number 3, explore the obstacles that stand in your employee's way of achieving this goal. Number 4, propose possible solutions to those obstacles. Number 5, schedule action steps, mini or bite-sized action steps, and I'll tell you more about that here in just a moment. And number 6 is help them track their progress towards achieving this goal. So this is the form I use. You can use something similar to this, or you can use your own variation. I do think these 6 steps are critical, but on this form you can see it starts at the top with the clarification of the goal. In the second set of boxes, it's the benefits and motivation. We encourage employees to write as many possible motives to achieve this goal as possible. In the bottom left-hand corner, you see possible obstacles. This is step number 3. Every obstacle that you see standing in the way. On the bottom right-hand side, you see possible solutions, and we'll talk about how you're going to use that. Here's your action steps, and this is where you make your blueprint to achieve many bite-sized action steps. And right below that line number 20 there, you see method of tracking progress. That's step number 6 and how we keep score. I'll bring that back up at the end, but let me take you through the steps one by one. Step number 1 is to predetermine the goal. We know that people work harder for their own ideas than they do for my ideas. So try to allow this goal to be their goal or their wording. I know that the goal will probably in some way come from a corporate structure, but talk to them about what that is and let them identify what it is and where they want to go. The second thing for step number 1 is to make sure it's a SMART goal, specific and measurable, humanly possible to achieve, but that there's enough stretch involved and that it's time sensitive. SMART goal is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive. The reason we encourage a SMART format is it increases the likelihood of achievement, and that's what you want here. You want them to achieve their goals, so let's put them in the best possible position to do so. In step number 2, we want to discover their personal motivation, and that's the WIFM. What's in it for them? So even though this goal originates from the corporate origin, we still want to tie in their personal motivation or reasons that they want to achieve this goal. It could be for a monetary bonus. It could be for job security. It could be for satisfaction, and it may be many things, and that's your job, is to find out what's in it for them when they achieve this goal. Motive to act is what motivation is. So also find out what are their hot buttons. Why is this important to them? If it's job security, then that's a motive. That's a reason they want to achieve this goal, is so that they have a job. So look to find out what their motives or their reasons are, their personal reason is for achieving this particular goal. Now in step number 3, you're going to explore the obstacles and encourage the employee to list every single obstacle that they think will stand in their way of achieving this goal. All excuses are welcome. We don't say that very often, but in this case, all excuses are welcome. Because if you've listed every obstacle, our job simply becomes to remove those obstacles. Because when those obstacles are gone, you achieve the goal. Let me say that one more time. When you remove all of the obstacles, you will have achieved your goal. So let's move to step number 4. Step number 4 then is to propose possible solutions to every obstacle that they see that stands in their way. Create 2 or 3 possible solutions to every obstacle that they see that stand in their way. Encourage them to think outside the box a little bit. Let these be their ideas as much as you possibly can. You may have to help them, but they're going to act on their ideas over our ideas. So try to encourage their ideas. 2 or 3 for each possible solution, possible obstacle. You're creating possible solutions that will eliminate the obstacles to help them achieve their goal, is what we're doing here. Then in step number 5, you're just going to take that list of possible solutions and start to take action on that. So if one of your employees' goal was to lose weight, what's one action that they would have to start? Maybe maybe the goal is to start a walking program twice a week. So the 7-day goal might be worded like this: in the next 7 days, I will walk 2 times. One time on Monday morning at 5 o'clock and one time on Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock. And that's a 7-day. That's a mini action step. So if they start to walk, that will help them with their weight loss plan. So you're going to do the same thing with them on an organizational standpoint. What is one mini action step they can put into place? What you're doing in section 5 is creating a blueprint for success. So it's not just one action, it's multiple small steps that will add together. They will add together to eliminate the obstacles that are standing in their way of achieving the goal. And so that's what you're helping them do. So step number 5 is to schedule action steps. Step number 6 is to track their progress. And that's just keeping score. Do it on a graph, do it on a chart, but let them see their progress or progression towards achieving their goal. I will talk more about this in lesson 7 as it comes, but that's just keeping track and making sure that they can see their progress. Just like you would do in a sporting event to know if you're ahead or behind to win the game, which is the equivalent of achieving this particular goal. So let me show you my worksheet one more time now that you've seen that. I do on the top, my goal, benefits and motivations is box number 2. Box number 3, bottom left, are possible obstacles. Box number 4 is possible solutions. Remember, the solutions are designed to eliminate the obstacles, because when the obstacles are gone, you've achieved your goal. Step number 5 are the action steps. These are the mini action steps that are required over time. Little steps add up to be a big snowball effect to help you achieve your goal. And number 6 is your method of tracking progress. So my challenge for you this week is to take one employee and take them through this entire process. If you need to go watch my other video for more detail, you can do that. If you need to sit down with them and watch this video with the employee and just hit pause as you hit each section, you can do that. But my challenge for you this week is to pick one employee, identify the organizational goal that they're responsible for, and take them through this entire process. You'll be amazed at how well you can do, but you'll also be amazed at the communication you'll have with the employee, setting up the expectations, the motivation for your employee. It's a great experience. Make sure you subscribe to this so you can get the next channel that comes out and that you have all the information. Good luck and go get them.